Hi, my name is Bradley Phillips, and I conducted my interview with a sales manager from Analog Devices Incorporated. Analog Devices is a worldwide leader in microprocessors and low voltage products. What I'm going to summarize in this presentation are the best practices that Analog has identified to allow them to interview for new hires, bring on people, teach them the frameworks of the company, and show them how they want to go about their professionalism when it comes to their sales. ADI focuses and has a huge emphasis on customer-driven culture. They want to pinpoint the understanding and allow their sales manager, or their sales representatives, I should say, to be able to focus on solving the client's needs and help them through to fully understand what they're looking to buy through consultation. ADI has gone away from the transactional sales, and what they've done in that process from evolving past it is they tailor their solutions to a long-term relationship with the clients, so that in the future when the clients are thinking about having to re-up, or if they need something upgraded or they need new equipment, automatically what they hope to happen from the ADI perspective is that they don't think about another company. They remember their relationship with ADI, they remember the fantastic service they received, and they automatically go, boom, I'm going back to ADI. I know they have what I want, I know they're going to help me find what I need, and I know they're going to have a solution if I have an issue with what we're dealing with right now. This is evident with the structured feedback mechanisms that ADI receives back from their clientele, such as surveys from the clientele themselves, and also the quarterly reviews across the board with all of their sales throughout the company. This is something that the sales manager emphasized on how they maintain those relationships and keep up and understand that what they're doing is either right or wrong with their sales representatives at the company. ADI wants to focus on recruiting and retention, meaning they don't just want a turnstile of new sales representatives coming in on a monthly basis. They want to find people that they can bring into their culture, teach them, help them understand what their end game is, and have them there throughout the growth of their career. They look to keep people in long term so that they can develop that culture that they're looking for, so that the sales representatives can have that relationships with those established customer bases. The hiring process goes through in-depth interviews, and they want to test your adaptability to situations and your empathy towards behavioral assessments with scenario-based questions. They want to make sure that the person is going to be emotionally intelligent, be able to understand where the client's coming from. And the sales manager told me and informed me that they have a huge emphasis on this because it's so vitally important to the overall success and the continued success that ADI has experienced in their past, present, and what they hope to obtain as they move towards the future. ADI invest in continuous professional development. They want to offer career advancement within the company, so they offer the sales representatives tons of opportunities so that they can maintain that high employment rate and just do away with the turnover. What they do to establish the success is they continuously train and they personalize coaching to ensure that the sales force remains competitive in the technology-driven market. So they're continuously training these sales representatives to fully make sure that they understand the products that they're talking to their clientele about. Their coaching plans are tailored towards individual needs, not just a one group thing where they're like, we can capture all of this in this thing right here. They want you to be able to focus on the individual person, which is so important. The sales manager could not talk enough about this because he said in his past experiences with previous employment is companies would say, hey, enough people want to look into this, or enough people think like this to where we can usually go this route. And when he came to ADI, what he found was that they didn't believe in that at all. They don't encourage that. And they want you to be able to sit down with a person and have a normal conversation with these people so that you can develop a relationship and also continuously sell fantastic products to them. So ADI leverages the CRM systems and data analytics to enhance the customer's relationship and sales performance. They pay attention to these numbers. They pay attention to how many reoccurring clientele they have. They pay attention to how many reoccurring purchases they have. They pay attention to how many conversations these individuals are having throughout the years, not just during the sales process. So if you sit down to meet a client and a sale takes maybe a day to 3 days, they don't just focus on that. They focus on how many times has this person spoken to this individual over years. They pay attention to how many times they've gotten together to ensure that their business is meeting the clientele's needs, to make sure that they're meeting their emotional needs, their financial needs, their technology needs. And they pay attention to all of these analytics. And these are things that are driven home and shared continuously throughout the quarterly meetings every single year. They touch on this and spend a day on it at their quarterly meetings. Every 3 months, they spend an entire day on these analytics to make sure that all the teams across the board are understanding what they're either doing that is successful or unsuccessful so that they can continue to grow as a company and develop those relationships. ADI is driven by strong cross-functional collaboration between sales, marketing, product development, and engineering. That means the sales rep is involved in all of these phases, not just one. They don't just understand one piece of how the product comes to be, what it actually does, or just focus on the clients. They want to make sure that they understand the full spectrum of what the company's doing, providing, how it works, how it's made, timelines, so that then the sales representative can show that to the client to let them understand that they are a knowledge-based company and they're always going to be there for them throughout the entire process. So in summary, what I learned from speaking to the sales manager from Analog Devices Incorporated was that they have a customer-centric approach that is very strategic to their talent development within the company, and they do this and maintain this by continuous training. The sales representatives actually understand how to use the technology and its uses, and the cross-function integration, and this allows them to set themselves completely apart from the rest of the competition throughout the world. ADI's best practices in sales management is not only driven by short-term results, but the long-term partnerships that enhance their competitive edge. Again, I'm Bradley Phillips. Thank you.